Here is a chart of QTUM, QTUM to US dollar. So with QTUM, clearly it was an ICO that came out in early August. And waterfall, 240. I don't know whether this was the QTUM just cashing in on the Ethereum that they might have raised on the ICO. I don't know. Doesn't really matter at this point. But I'm going to ignore this for now. Because unless I subdivide into minutes, maybe 5-minute time frame, maybe we can count it. But what I'm really more interested here, do you see a pattern? Very little data, barely 2 months of data. But let's see if we can do a pattern analysis. Let's draw some lines. So in my past videos, I had said that triangles that are down pointing are bullish. I like these consecutive 5-day rises. It's just about breaching the upper line. And that's a good sign. Oh, look at this. The MACD. Very bullish. When you see this, could it be another fake out like this? Yes, it can. It can maybe come out and down again, which will then maybe bring the prices here. That is if the MACD decides to go back down. But we don't know that yet. What I see rather this could cross. You could be looking at that. And all of this I say with a caveat as to what Bitcoin will do. Why? Because Bitcoin is the moon that moves the tides in the cryptosphere ocean, and QTUM swims in that ocean. And it will be affected by the Bitcoin moon that pulls the tides, whether it's the bearish low tide or the bullish high tide. I think it's following Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin wants to rise, that would be great. Oops. Well, that's what I'm projecting in an Elliott wave fashion. 3 was in, 4 could be in, especially if this blue line is breached and it's sitting embedded in the line. Right now, the new daily start of the prices. But look how it has crossed. Bitcoin too is doing a triangle. QTUM is in a way doing a triangle, except its triangle is downward pointing. So if it breaks out, I would ladder in my buys. If it wants to do this, and this, what is the difference? You just simply ladder in your buys. So I would do a ladder here from here to there in that range. In fact, you can take every dot as a price point if you want. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rungs. Most likely you'll only get 1, 2, 3 entries, get buy entries filled, but that's okay. That means you'll have cash at hand. This design innately forces you to almost have some cash at hand because not every rung will always be filled. I like this. Very bullish looking. Even if it takes another dip to 671. Percentage-wise, that makes a difference. Percentage-wise, it makes a difference. But pattern-wise, it really doesn't. That's a very important thing to remember. Percentage-wise, it makes a difference. But pattern-wise, it doesn't. What I mean by that is, look, if my first buy is here, let's say I buy 2, 5, 6, goes all the way down to here. All but one rung gets filled. What I bought here will have a paper loss. Paper loss, paper loss, paper loss. And the percentage of loss from here to here will be significant if you look at it in a percentage. But look at it in a pattern. It doesn't matter when you're at this point. So a lot of people panic because, oh my gosh, I have paper loss and now the price is here. People who ladder in, what I do is when I buy here, prices go lower than my first rung, get another one triggered, and it keeps going lower and I'm getting happy. It's the weirdest thing. Weirdest discovery I ever made. When I have my buy rung set up, price is going, I'm getting happier. Why? I'm getting at a better price. Imagine if you bought everything in a single transaction here and you have no more money left. It keeps going lower and lower. So psychological, emotional pain of that is unbearable. That's why I do what's called laddering my entry. I scale it in. Okay. And it's not the percentage that's important, it's the pattern. That's important. So let's do an Elliott wave count. It's going to look a little messy with all the markings on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an impulsive. And you might say, okay, well, how do you count this? Could be labeled as A, B, C, and expand the triangle. And I've heard this from some other Elioticians who say, oh yes, but expand the flats are pretty rare. And for you to count it like that, it's pretty unorthodox. If these were equities, yeah, I would agree. But cryptos are not equities. And more I count them on Elliott waves, the more and more I find nuances on how cryptos behave and how they count and how they correct and therefore how they are labeled is not exactly the same as equities. Even R.N. Elliott noticed differences in nuances and personalities of waves between equities and commodities. And I am beginning to see those differences more and more as I count these more in cryptos. What I'm saying is that while in equities the expanded flat is unorthodox, not common, it is becoming more commonplace for cryptos. Proportionally, it doesn't look right, form fit, could be better. But the pattern and the indicator combined with the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is very attractive. Sorry, it looks a little bit messy, too many lines, but okay, so I hope that does it. If you have any questions, please do post in the comments.